An 11-year-old boy from Libertad in northern Belize is currently admitted at the pediatric ward at the Carl Hushner Memorial Hospital for a rare skin disease. Only one other case has been detected in Belize, but that baby died at 4 months. Tarell Sutherland was born with what is known as bolo-ichthyosis. We first met him, along with his mother, back in 2009.
He was diagnosed very early on at birth, and he has hyperkeratotic bullous ichthyosis. It's a skin condition that he's born with. It is incurable. It is something he will have to live with for the rest of his life. And to simplify it in very simple terms, what happens is that the upper layer of his skin, the keratin layer, is being made at a much higher rate than in mine and yours. So what happens is that plaques form, they scale off, and in between those plaques, and it looks like a thick layer of dry skin, there are grooves. Within those grooves, it's wet, dark, moist, and it's a perfect area for bacteria to grow.
6 hours after Tarell was born, he stripped all the skin off the body from head to toe. He stayed like when you got burned with just a water substance, like pushing from the body. He's now 11 years old and still living with the condition.
Medication decreases the layer of the plaque, and Tarell takes antibiotics and special baths daily. But 7 years ago, and with help from a U.S. military unit, his mother, Nicole McDougall, managed to secure free medical treatment for her son in Louisiana. Since he's been back and despite treatment, Tarell has been having relapses, and since October, he's been in and out of the hospital.
Since October, he's been back and forth. I noticed that the heat, our climate, has a lot to do with it as well. Sometimes he'll be good today, and by this evening he starts with one blister, and by tomorrow that whole area is infected. How it happens, only God knows. I try at all times to always keep him on his meds. It's not really healthy for him taking too many antibiotics, but we have no choice if we want him to, not having a lot of infections.
Presently, what is happening is that he's having an issue with an infection on his right foot. There is an area that's infected. Pus forms, the body tries to fight it. I know Mom has tried in the past with her baths, with her emollients that they use, and with antibiotics that she gives him to prevent these types of infections. But in certain situations, even with the best of that type of care, even in the first world countries under the care of the best pediatric dermatologists, it still happens.
According to pediatrician Dr. Cecilia Eck, his condition is sensitive because a complex infection can be life-threatening for Tarell. While there are dermatology services locally and arguably the best in the region, it is recommended that Tarell seeks medical treatment overseas, where there are facilities that deal with cases like his.
The reason to get out to the center would be to take him to a center where they see kids like him with this condition on a daily basis, where they know the latest medications that they could use, newer medications to treat it, and the emollients and creams and baths that work best in a situation like this.
The struggle is real for McDougall, who says that some days her son is in so much pain, but she tries to give him the best experience as a child.
Even though I'm used to it for 11 years, sometimes it really hurts, and sometimes there are days when I really can't handle it, but still I try to do my best because that's my child, and there's no way I can give up on him. Not now, not ever, So I always try to do what I need to do. Sometimes my family would rail up because they say I have him, going up the street playing football, but then we have to realize too that he's a kid, and sometimes he just want to live a normal life just like any other child, which we know that he can't do that.
Duane, Moody for News 5.